This is Dr. Mohga, and today we're going to be talking about lenses. Before we start, let's talk about the two types of lenses which we know of. The first type of lens which we know of is a concave lens. And we all know people who wear glasses, of course, I'm one of them. So a concave lens is a lens that allows you to see things that are far away. You cannot see faraway objects. So if you can't see faraway objects, then you could wear a concave lens. And another name for a concave lens is a diverging lens. Okay, the second type of lens which we have is known as a convex lens. And as you can assume, this is when you can't see from nearby. You can only see faraway objects. And this lens is known as the converging lens. Now, how does each lens look like? The diverging lens or the concave lens is thin at the center and broader at the edges. Convex lens is broad at the center and thin at the edges. All right. Next, we need to learn how to draw the image formed due to an object passing through one of those two lenses, the concave or the convex. Before we do that, we need to know the main steps, which we're going to do over and over again with different places where objects are placed. So this makes it very easy to draw. Okay, so the first step is if I have, for example, a surface and a lens in here, and they drew for you the object. They always draw for you the object, and they will give you the focus point. This point is known as focus point or principle of focus. If they only gave you one focus point on one side of the lens, you need to draw the other one. Here there's usually a dashed line at the center of the lens, and if it's not there, you can draw it. You will measure the distance from the focus point to the center of the lens. Let's say it's 1 centimeter, okay, with a ruler. And on the other side, you'll do the same exact measurement, and you're going to draw the focus point on the other side. Let's call this as F1, and let's call this as F2. Next, you're going to draw double the focus point on each side of the lens. So we'll take another 1 centimeter and put a point here and write 2 F1 and another centimeter and write 2 F2. This way we have a perfectly clear drawing with where my object should be, how far it is from the principle of focus or the focal point and everything. Okay, now as we said, let's say they gave us the object which they want us to draw. So for example, let's draw it here. I just made it a bit smaller because my lens is quite small. Okay, we need to learn the steps we're going to do. Always we're going to do 3 steps. Number 1, since we know that this is the object and we need to draw the image, first thing we need to do is we're going to draw a line parallel to the surface. So a line from the top of the object, always start from the top, parallel to the surface, until we reach the dashed line at the center of the lens. Step number 2, continue through focus. So that line that we drew, we're going to continue it by passing through the focus in a straight line. Okay, Third step, draw second line from top of object through center of lens. Okay, so we're going to take another line and we're going to take another line and we're going to draw it through the center of the lens. All right, so I don't have a ruler. I'm worried I would ruin this. Okay, I hope I got it right. I hope so. Okay, and then we're going to have a third line. As I told you, we're going to have 3 different lines, which is going from the top of the object as well, but this time it's passing through. So third line through focus, F1, 2 dashed line, just the opposite of what we did in the first line. Then parallel. Easy? And finally, draw your image. So let's do that 4th step together. Let's take a different color. Okay, so we're going to pass through F or to F, always F. So here we go, until we reach the dashed line, and then parallel. And where they all meet is where I'm going to draw my image. And you just draw it as an arrow. And it's pointing down because the intersection was down. Okay, I hope that is easy, it wasn't hard. Now let's go through the different scenarios. Okay. The different scenarios are, and now I need to be careful with my drawings because I have to be very careful not to have the line not too straight or so on. As we said, we have here our focus point and our double F, right? So, so this is my focus point and this is my double F. So we can make it easy and clear. Of course, you should use a ruler, make sure that they are equally separated. Okay, let's say case 1 is that our object is right after 2F. You should follow all 3 steps, go parallel until the dashed line, and then pass through the F. And then the second line should be also from the top, but passing through the center. And the third one should pass through the focus point till you reach the lens, and then you're going to go parallel. Where the 3 of them meet, you're going to draw your image. Now, when we're drawing the image, which is the new arrow, we have to describe it, we have to explain it in 3 things. This was my object. You have to tell me if it is real or virtual. How will I know? Did the 3 lines meet? Yes. If they met, then it is real. If they don't meet, then it's virtual. Okay? Second thing is you need to tell me if it's upright or inverted. What do you see? The image arrow compared to the object arrow. We're comparing this arrow with this arrow. Is the image arrow pointing in the same direction as the object, or is it upside down? It's upside down. So therefore, I would choose upright or inverted. I choose inverted. The third thing which I need to know, is it diminished? Diminished means smaller. Enlarged, which means bigger. Or same size. As you can see, the blue arrow is a bit smaller than the actual arrow. So I'm going to write diminished. Those are the three things you have to write every time you form an image. Okay, so this was my case 1. So here the image that was formed was real, inverted, and diminished when the object was after 2f. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to start moving the object a bit closer to the lens. So my lens, the f, the 2f, and now we can place the object at the 2f. We just do the f and the 2f on the other side. And we will place our object on the 2f. Okay, same 3 steps. Step number 1, we're going to go parallel through a focus point. Step number 2, we're going to go through the center. And step number 3, we're going to go through the focus point. I just need to, through the center. And the third one is going to go through the focus point and then again parallel. Sorry if my images are not perfectly drawn. It's just because I'm not using a ruler. Okay, as you can see here, the image is real or virtual. Did they touch? Yes, they did. So it's real. Is it upright or inverted? No, the arrow here is pointing down, so it's inverted. And actually, both arrows look to me like they have the same size. And this was my case 2. Let's go to case 3 and get the object a bit closer and see where the image is going to form and how. Focus left, focus right, 2f left, 2f right. I think not using a ruler is really affecting my drawing. Okay. In case 3, we're going to get a bit closer, so we're going to put it between f and 2f. Okay? So first thing we're going to do is, as usual, go parallel from the top and then go through the focal point. And second step, go through the center. Third step, go through this focal point till you reach the dashed line and then go parallel. Where they meet is your new image. As you can see, they met, so it's real. It's inverted. It looks bigger, so it's enlarged. Perfect. Case 4. We have our line, our lens, dashed line, f, 2f, trying to make them equally apart because this is exactly how it should be. And now we should be exactly at f. Okay. Here we go. As usual, same steps, parallel to the dashed line and then through the focus. And here through the center. And here I cannot pass through the focus, so I'm just going to have to do 2 lines. And they are not meeting. So here we're just going to say, since they didn't meet, I can't say inverted, enlarged, real, because they're not even forming anything. So I'm just going to say that no image was formed. So at f exactly, no image will be formed. Okay, case 5. Here's my line. Here's my lens. Here's my f and 2f and 2f. And this time we want the image to be closer to the lens. Alright, as usual, parallel through focus point, and here through center. I can't go backwards to the focus point, so this will be it. Did they meet? No, they didn't meet. But as you can see, they're going wider away from each other. So here it will definitely not be real, but it can be virtual. How can I make it virtual? Since they're not meeting on this side of the lens, I'm going to go to that side of the lens. I will use my ruler and follow that line with backwards, like I'm just going to go backwards. Okay? But of course, since it's not normal to go backwards, like it's not real, I'll have to use a dashed line. So, okay, let's do it. And also from the other line, I'll do a dashed line. Okay, they met here. Fair enough. I will also draw my image. Now, and I'm going to write that it is virtual. It's not real because they did not meet on this side of the lens. And it is upright because it's pointing the same direction as the object itself. And it looks bigger, so we're going to write enlarged. Okay. Any problem? I think it is very, very clear. Okay, this was all for the convex lens, the 5 different cases, the 5 different scenarios, and how to analyze each and every single image. I hope this was not hard. I hope there was no issue whatsoever. And I hope to see you next class. Have a lovely day.